So this is the Big Pit that's based in Wales, and what's so great about it is that the old miners that used to work in the mines are now guides, so it's great to hear some of their stories and their sense of humour of what would have happened down in the mines. The tour's about 50 minutes and it's really worth going. So this section is the medical section, where the nurse used to deal with the miners. She never knew quite what to expect and how they would come up, and she could also be called out anytime, day or night.
To see the men, the care they took when they were bringing out somebody who had been killed underground. The care that they took and the gentle way they handled taking the stretcher so carefully, as if a brother, their own brother had been killed. The gentleness they showed was always touched me somehow.
In the 1930s, it was introduced as part of the Humane that after work they would attend the baths, where they used to wash themselves down and clean themselves after they'd been down the mine before going home. They were each responsible for their own lockers, and there was a sense of community, friendship and family. The bathrooms were situated in small sections of cubicles where the men used to wash down and cleanse before leaving. When the men were in the mines, they used to rely very heavily on the actual lamps. The lamps used to tell them just how much gas was active at the time, all by using a certain flame, and they still relied on a little bit of that today. The miners were a proud community, and when they were threatened with the closure of mines, they fought hard to protect. There was one very terrible disaster in 1966 where a landslide came down and took a whole school out of 144 children. But this is a normal standard way of living, where they used to put the boiling water in the tin tub and bathe. Women and men used to work in the mines. In the wartime, they needed more coal, so explosions were used a lot more, which again put the men at risk. They also had their own telephone operating system, so that the wives could ring in and speak to the husbands. As with most things, technology moved on and new machinery started to come into play.
This thing is nearly 40 years old and a toy compared to the modern ones, but even this could chew out 2 meters of tunnel in an 8-hour shift. It was twice as quick as explosives and a lot safer too. Yes, time was when this Dosco roadheader ate its way through the South Wales coalfields, well, like a maggot in Catholic cheese.
One of the machineries was called the widower because of the dust that it used to leave behind.